Want to learn how to play this song? Then follow me. Let It Be is a relatively easy song for beginner guitarists to play, and particularly the strumming, as nothing fancy is needed. The only difficulty may be the F major chord, but a bit of practice and you'll get better. Let It Be was a #1 single from 1970, also as the title of their film too. And there have been a few versions of this. There's the single version, there's the album version, and then there was the relatively recent Let It Be naked version too. My particular favourite is the version on the album because I think George's solo is superb. Ringo's drumming, of course, is as solid as ever. As for John Lennon, well, he was on bass for that song, and I've got to say, I think his playing is pretty shoddy and rather sloppy, although he once did compare being on bass to being in detention. This is very much Paul's song, but there's also a really interesting take of it on the White Album Extras when that album was re-released back in 2018. This song uses chords from the key of C major, and if you look there you'll see all the chords and all of the basic chords, I should say. And the song uses the first chord, the fourth chord, the fifth chord and the sixth chord. That's C, F, G and A minor. And for us in this lesson we're going to be using an easy version of F. If you need help with any of those chords, check the links in the description to other lessons. Now the structure for the song itself is pretty straightforward, and if we focus on just the single version, you'll see the structure up there. And you'll see that it follows an intro, verse, chorus, verse, two choruses, two tags, which I'll talk about in a second, the solo, the chorus, third and final verse, two more choruses, then a tag, which leads us into the end. Tags are descending parts or walkdowns that are played just before the solo and at the end of the song too. And they basically consist of single notes. We'll look at this, but not in any great detail, but enough to get you playing the basics. And we'll even have a beginner's look at tablature, also known as tab. But that's for later, so stay tuned. Okay, so let's get on with the chords. Now for the intro, the verse and the solo, the chords are all the same, which is really cool. All of the chords come from the key of C major, and if you look there again, there's the basic chords from this key. We've got C, D minor, E minor, F, G, A minor. Those are our basic chords. For the verse, solo and the intro, we're going to be using the first, the fourth, the fifth and the sixth, which is C, F, G and A minor. The intro is 4 bars, but the verses and the solo are twice as long, but they are the same chords. And in each bar there are half bars of each chord. In the first bar you'll play C and G. In the second bar you'll play A minor and F. Third bar you'll play C and G again, and then the fourth bar will be F to C before going back and repeating. So I'm going to play this through. As for the rhythm, we're going to keep it nice and simple. We're not going to complicate it. It's basically going to be just downstrokes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I've just played 4 bars there, and that would be the intro. For the verses and for the chorus, it would be twice as long. And I hope you noticed that I was playing the easy version of F, not a full bar chord, but it still sounds fine. Now obviously this song was written on piano, for piano, but it still sounds pretty good on the guitar too. Now I hope you've tuned up. If you haven't, check the link in the description for a lesson on how to tune up to yourself. Now, like the verses, the chorus uses 4 chords. There are 4 bars and they are half bars. So the beginning of the chorus, we have a kind of a descending sequence of chords. And if you look at the chord chart and the chords in the key of C, you'll see that we've got A minor, G, F and C in the first 2 bars. And the A minor is the 6th chord, the G is the 5th chord, the F is the 4th chord and the C is the 1st. So you can see how they're kind of descending down. And then the second part, the third and fourth bar, you'll see are the same as we looked at in the verse and the intro. Here is the chorus from the A minor to the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're getting value out of this lesson, hit the like button and this subscribe button too. So let's get into the tags. And these are played before the solo and at the end. And they're a descending sequence of notes. Now before the solo, there are 2 tags. And up there you can see is what we call tablature or tabs. And very briefly, tabs, you'll see the 6 lines and they are the strings. Now the bottom line there represents the bottom E string, and it goes all the way up E, A, D, G, B, E, which is the top string, the top line, and you'll see the numbers on there are where you play on the string, so they are the fret numbers. So for example, the first one that you can see there, which is on the D string, is at the 3rd fret. Now what you've got there is a very uncomplicated version of tablature. We're going to keep this simple. Okay, I'm going to play it for you. Follow my fingers and follow the tab at the same time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's how it goes. So what fingers should you be using? Now, this is kind of straightforward. So if you're on the 3rd fret, 3rd finger. If you're on the 2nd fret, you're on the 2nd finger. If you're on the 1st fret, can you guess what it is? Yes, obviously it's the 1st finger. And if you're using an open string, obviously there ain't no finger. I'm going to play it again. I'm also going to say the notes as we go down. F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F, C. And those notes are exactly the same the second time. F, E, D, C, B flat, A, G, F, C. Pretty hard to sing and play those notes at the same time. Those are the tags just before the solo. Now, as I said, it's also played at the end of the song. And at the end of the song, it is just the first part, the lower tags, the lower walk down, just this part. And now the solo. What are we going to play in the solo? Well, it's so easy. It's exactly the same as the verse. There's also a little extra we can play at the end of the verse, chorus and solo chords. And it's basically the first 4 notes of the tag that we looked at just a moment ago. So it'll go something like this. I'm going to play the last 2 bars of the verse, the chorus, the solo. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that tag there leads us beautifully from the F back to the C. That's like a lovely way to resolve that chord progression. So all we're doing is we're playing. That's the first 3 notes of the tag, and then we're going to strum the chord C. So we've got all the elements to the song, the intro, the verse, the chorus, the solo, and those tag parts too, those walk downs too. So let's play this. And up here I have the structure that we're going to use, slightly shorter than the song itself, but it's enough to get us practicing. So here goes. 1, 2, 3, 4. I find myself in times of trouble, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. And in my hour of darkness, she is standing right in front of me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the broken-hearted people living in the world agree, there will be an answer, let it be. For though they may be parted, there is still a chance that they will see. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. There will be an answer, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. And when the night is cloudy, there is still a light that shines on me. Shine until tomorrow, let it be. I wake up to the sound of music, Mother Mary comes to me, speaking words of wisdom, let it be. Let it be, let it be, let it be, let it be. Whisper words of wisdom, let it be. You may have noticed my rhythm playing was not exactly straightforward. There were some extra bits and bobs that I played, but you know, feel free when you're strumming away, play what you feel. As I said at the beginning, there are a number of official released versions of the song, the single, the album, the Let It Be naked version, and all the newly released versions, such as the Glyn Johns version. Let me know in the comments which is your favourite version. If you're not busy now, check out the Buddy Holly lesson here, which is a strumming lesson, or over here, check out the Stand By Me fingerstyle lesson. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.